There's a new argument out there, and I'm sure some of y'all have already heard about it. It's concerning Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, right? As we all know, the album had a good amount of features from artists like Hitter J3, Dodie 6, AZ Chike, Lefty Gunplay, Wale the Sensei, Siete, 7X, Young Threat, Peso. A lot of West Coast energy on that project, and from the jump, it was pretty clear the direction Kendrick was taking with this album. This wasn't just an album of, let me just go grab anybody and put them on the record. This one felt like Kendrick saying, these are artists I'm actually tapped in with. These are artists I like. These are artists I want to put a spotlight on. And I think it's important to note because that gives you the outline of the project, right? And that gives you the purpose of the project. This album sounded exactly how it was meant to sound. LA. And let's keep it honest here, man. These artists featured on the album got one of the biggest cosigns on the West Coast they could possibly get, especially coming right after one of the biggest rap battles in hip-hop history, dog. So with that said, let's talk about the latest issue being brought up about Kendrick. And it has everything to do with the business side of things. Now, this all starts with a video where Dejan Paul, who basically said that he heard from a source that Kendrick Lamar took advantage of LA artists by offering the artists that were featured on the GNX project either $10,000 or royalties. And obviously, you know, this is going to start a big uproar and people are going to have opinions about this. So we're going to talk about it real quick, man. Let's listen to what Dejan had to say. Let's start there.
Goes to my second point. I got a call from a very powerful industry executive. He manages an artist that is on GNX. And he told me for a fact that all of the artists, LA rappers that was featured on GNX only got paid $10,000 for their feature. And only 2 of them have received publishing to this day. So that speaks to the opportunistic-ness of the situation. You are this multi-platinum artist. You probably, if we look up his net worth, it's probably in the hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying? GNX sold millions and millions. It's a multi-platinum album. It broke streaming records, all of these things. Allegedly there's bots, but whatever. To find out from a verified, trusted industry source that, again, works with one of the artists on GNX, that all the LA rappers, upcoming LA rappers featured on GNX only got paid $10,000, and only 2 of all the LA rappers featured on the project were given any publishing. Basically, he told me how they were approached was, look, this is going to be a big, you can do a lot with this opportunity. This is a good look. You know, just take the 10 racks and, you know, do what you can with this opportunity. This is a good look. We're about to bring the West Coast back. Woo, woo, woo. They sold these artists a dream.
So, okay, so let's start there, man. To get on here and say, it's funny how he's trying to like structure this. He's trying to structure this to say, almost like they were pressuring them to take the 10 racks. Now, here's my issue, man, with what he said right now, man. The way this is being painted already shows me there's a narrative being told here. The key phrase in this whole thing is up-and-coming artist. That part matters because I've been an up-and-coming artist at a point in my life, right? And I'll tell you something. It would have been a dream for a local big-time artist in my area to feature me on a record. Not even an album, a record, dog. So it's funny to me the things people attach onto when they want to paint a negative picture. Because what exactly is negative about an artist giving an up-and-coming artist an opportunity on an album with international reach? And also, this is assuming any of this is even verified, because this could all be bullshit. But let's start there, because a lot of people are running with this like they were sitting at the table when the contracts were being discussed. But even if this is true, offering someone $10K as an up-and-coming artist is big time, bruh. And no disrespect to any of these artists, man, on this album. But we gotta speak facts here, man. We not gonna sugarcoat the shit. We not gonna bullshit. Outside of their immediate area, how recognizable could anybody say the names were? Again, no disrespect, but we gotta keep it real about where people were at before that look. I mean, you mean to tell me these artists didn't appreciate not only being on the album, but also having the option to take 10K cash or royalties? Most of them probably couldn't get a show booked for 10K at that point. So what are we really talking about? It's funny watching these people come out the woodwork trying to paint this as a negative, trying to make it seem like Kendrick is suddenly out here stealing from up-and-coming artists. And this is one of those situations where it proves the old saying, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because if Kendrick doesn't put these artists on, people say he got all the power and didn't help nobody. Then he puts people on and now it's he exploited them. Come on, man.
Then you wonder why Dodie 6 is smoking drugs and smoking balloons and crashing out and doing all this stuff because he's not getting paid.
I love the Dodie 6 is on drugs and cracked out point that's being attempted here. This is kind of funny, man, because let's really talk about that. If Dodie 6 never got a feature to begin with, what would the result be? Did the 10K derail Dodie 6? Did Kendrick force him to make certain choices? These are grown men, man. At the end of the day, grown men. These are upcoming artists who got an opportunity. And the fact that people are sitting here saying they should have gotten 10K and royalties as if they have inside knowledge on the business workings of the label and whatever was discussed for that project is insane, bruh. Them boys got opportunities. They gotta look. Upcoming artists say this shit all the time. At least the ones that I know that are about their craft. I just need them to listen. I just need them to hear me. I just need the right person to tap in. And guess what GNX gave them? That. And paid them for it. So if you took the 10K, cool. That's cool. You obviously had your reasons as a grown man to do so. And if you took the royalties, that's cool as well. You made a decision as a grown man to do that. But this idea that everybody outside of the situation knows better than the actual people who accepted the deal is crazy to me. It's just insane.
Get paid. I'm on this big song that's all over Billboard charts, but I'm not getting paid. You wonder why Young Threat is in prison for murdering allegedly murdering another rapper locally, because he's not getting paid. So find out, and I trust this industry source. This person wouldn't lie to me again. They were involved in the project. So
Yo, trying to blame Kendrick for everybody's situation. So if Dodie 6 is on drugs and one guy went to jail, it's because Kendrick didn't give them this huge check plus royalties. That's the reason why they in jail. I swear, man. And this is one of the things about Kendrick. I couldn't even imagine being Kendrick and having to fight this shit all the time for everybody to think that you're supposed to do any and everything for everyone. So basically right now, the argument is that Dodie 6 is on drugs and not getting paid because of Kendrick Lamar.
How?
I swear you can't make this shit up, man. I swear. Yeah, you hear how crazy it sounds when you actually listen to it? Like, really listen, dog. And while we having this conversation, did anybody ask how much Kendrick got paid to do New Freezer with Rich the Kid?
And then it was crazy at the time. I didn't even have no hit records. Like, damn. I didn't have nothing, like just mixtape type shit. Mm-hmm. And I was in one room, SZA in another room, and then Kendrick was in another room. So one day Kendrick came to my room and he's like, yo, I want to hear some music. I played him 2 songs. Second song was New Freezer. And he was like, oh yeah, I want to get on this song.
Because that ended up being one of Rich the Kid's biggest songs. Did Kendrick tax him for a feature? No. Did Kendrick charge him some crazy number? No. But they forget that part. So an artist as big as Kendrick Lamar can do a verse for free, but up and coming artists gotta get 10K and royalties for y'all to feel like it's fair. Or maybe y'all just want something to say. Because that's what it feels like, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy to live in a world where you can provide opportunities to people and have people outside of that situation try to tell you that those same people were taken advantage of. Outside of Dodie 6, I don't recall any other artists complaining about whatever option they accepted. And again, that is if this story is even true. All I see are people who don't even know these artists, don't even care about these damn artists, telling everybody how those artists should feel about the opportunities that they were given. Who's to say this didn't increase their ability to demand more for a show? Who's to say this didn't open doors for new opportunities? Who's to say this didn't put them in rooms they couldn't get into before? AZ Chike, to me, has been the biggest standout of all the features. And he ended up signing a major deal with Warner Brothers. So if you took advantage of the look, people can see how that shit helped. But if you didn't take advantage of the look that you were given, now people want to say you got taken advantage of. That shit is backwards, man. And of course, the main argument and criticism is coming from Drake fans because the first course of action is to always make a comparison, right? Now, Drake is rumored to have given Molly Santana $500K for her feature on the record Ran to Atlanta, plus a share of the royalties. And what's my response to that?
Okay.
Congrats to Molly Santana. That's a great look. That's very generous. I'm not mad at that at all. But the look is still a look, bruh. And Drake is known to be a generous guy.
Oh. There it is. There it is.
It's not real, is it? It's legit? It's for me? Yeah.
Especially since this has been one of his main strategies, buying fucking loyalty. Let's keep it real, man. Keep it a buck. I mean, the man was rumored to give Young Thug, what, $1 million? He purchased cars for his streamer friends, bro. So you think he wouldn't give Molly Santana $500K? Especially being that Molly Santana was Pusha T's manager's ex-artist. I don't know if that has a relation to what we talking about, but shit, just something to think about. Remember when he flew Ice Spice out? Come on, man. What are we talking about? This is the same guy that flew Jayceon to and from Toronto on his private jet and told him, hold on to it until I'm done. The point is business, right? And these are up and coming artists. And brother, I hate to tell you, man, but what you do with the look and the opportunity you were given is on you, dog. Nobody else.
They know firsthand. To find out that the LA rappers on GNX was only got paid $10,000 up front and only 2 of them have received any publishing from the situation is sick. Kendrick is a culture vulture for that. To me, that's you taking advantage of the LA rap scene. I'm beefing with a megastar. My back's against the wall. He's cooking me with his Family Matters record. He's saying I don't plant money trees. Let me go out here and make it seem like I'm planting some money trees. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Like, people could argue, oh, Kendrick has done charity and Compton, this and that, but in direct comparison to how many people Drake has given opportunities to and put on in that way of like a co-sign, a feature, whatever, he has way more than Kendrick.
Way more.
Dramatically more. And $10,000,
ridiculous.
when you live in California, is sad.
Yeah, I mean, we talking about, I don't know how charity and doing things for Compton is like a comparison to Drake doing things for artists and whatever stimulus package y'all be talking about. But nah, man, this is an L take, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is a L take, man. To call someone a culture vulture for putting on artists who may not be known nationally on a project with international reach like Kendrick Lamar's GNX with a Super Bowl performance following it and giving them the option of $10K or royalties is an insane take, bruh. But clearly, there's some animosity here, man. I don't know much about this DeJean guy's content or who he is outside of being the guy who claimed he got shot at No Jumper. That was a thing. But it's clear as day he's looking for negative things to say, man. Because any upcoming artist right now, anywhere, would dream of an opportunity like that. A true artist who stands on business and understands they gotta get theirs will tell you, I just wanna be heard. That's what most artists say they want. The problem is we in this era where people have this let me buy your loyalty mentality, where huge handouts are exchanged for unwavering loyalty. And now that's become the expectation. So now if somebody gives you a massive platform, but doesn't also throw an absurd amount of money at you, people act like you getting robbed. But the opportunity is what has the value, bruh. Exposure doesn't pay the bills by itself. We know that. But exposure attached to one of the biggest artists in the world on one of the biggest albums of the year with the option of taking the money or betting on the royalty, that's nothing. If you ask me, the no-brainer here is to take the royalties. But if you don't care about the longevity to stretch this money and you just want to get paid up front, that's on you as a grown-ass man. You cannot sit here and start to blame all that man's misfortune on the fact that he didn't get paid an amount that you are thinking is the correct amount to pay him as an upcoming artist. This is such an L take, man. My gosh. Wait, stay up. Hold it. What a L take, man. My gosh, man. Look, man, at some point, we got to stop acting like every opportunity that doesn't look like a Drake stimulus package is exploitation, bro. Because it's not. Sometimes it's just business. Sometimes it's just the look. Sometimes it's just a chance, dog. And look, whatever you do with that chance is on you. So y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Did Kendrick take advantage of these artists? Or are people reaching because they want something negative to attach to him? Because from where I'm sitting, bro, this sounds less like exploitation and more like people being mad Kendrick gave an opportunity and it didn't come wrapped in a Drake-sized check. Am I tripping? Let me know in the comment section. Drop it down there. Let me know. Till next time, y'all already know what the vibes is. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope, take off the broken bag. Take all that designer bullshit off, and what do you have?